Welcome to the YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome and I'm pleased to have you. If you're an OG, welcome back. How far? How you do? So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you the tips to make the most flavorful and delicious family stew. So the first thing to note is to make sure that your meat stock is properly seasoned and very rich. So I'm using chicken for my protein. I'm just going in with some chicken seasoning, some tomato seasoning. This is what the tomato paste seasoning I'm using. Then I went in with some dried thyme, I went in with some curry powder, and then I went in with lasso chicken seasoning. I really like this seasoning. We are trying to build up flavor, so our stock is very flavorful. Then I went in with some rosemary and then minimal amounts of seasoning. I added some chopped onions, and then I'm just going to introduce some water, not so much but enough to cook your chicken. So I just covered it up and allowed the chicken to cook for 15 to 20 minutes, and this is our stock, very rich and very flavorful. You're going to take that out of the pot, then go in with your vegetable oil. So the second tip is to go in with a generous amount of vegetable oil because we want to see the oil floating to make our stew. That makes a very nice looking stew. The third thing to note is make sure you fry your tomato paste for at least 8 minutes, not lesser than 8 minutes, from 8 to 10 minutes. The fourth tip is to get the best pepper mix. Make sure you roast your peppers, tomatoes, onions, and everything you use to make your tomato paste to get the most flavorful pepper mix for your stews and your jollof rice. To get this video, I've linked how to make your pepper mix down below in the description box, how to make your pepper mix. Then I now introduce my chicken. This is another step to note. So introduce your protein into the tomato paste so that the chicken would infuse its flavor into the stew and they marry each other. We've not even added our stock yet, so we're just going to mix this in properly, and then we are going to cover it and allow it to come to a boil, right? So this takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and you can see that the oil is floating on top, our way to greatness, to making the most flavorful and the most beautiful red tomato stew. So I'm just going to stir that in a bit, and then we are going to now go in with our stock. This is a family size stew, so we're adding a generous amount of the stock. And if you notice that our stew still has a very thick consistency, why? Because our pepper mix is properly made and our tomato paste was properly cooked. Then I went in with some nutmeg. I think people always sleep on this nutmeg seasoning. I will always recommend you adding nutmeg in your stews. So I went in with some more seasoning for taste, covered and allowed to come to a boil. Make sure you allow your tomato to cook for at least 30 minutes so your stew doesn't get slappy. Did you find this video helpful? Let me know in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video. Later.